With us now, Jeffrey Miller, the former Pennsylvania Police Commissioner. Commissioner, you've heard a little bit about this. How does it change the dynamics in reconstructing events for you?
Well, it completely changes everything. If it's true that, in fact, the security guard at the hotel was shot 6 minutes before the active shooter began, then it raises a lot of questions. Number one, if he was sent to the 32nd floor to investigate an open door, then they had an unresolved incident, and somebody knew where he was going and what he was doing. So in my experience, most of these hotel staff at a large hotel such as this would have radio communication, an earpiece, etc. Usually the security staff, the maintenance staff, sometimes even the cleaning staff. So, perhaps he had a radio, but after being shot, it was not available to him, or he couldn't make that call. But if he did have a radio, it begs the question, could he have contacted someone at the command post or the front desk to immediately inform them that he had been shot and to call police? Because certainly the Las Vegas police would have responded.
I'm sorry there, but he might have interrupted what Paddock was planning and might have sped up what Paddock ultimately did. Hence why Paddock was shooting so soon after this. What do you make of that?
Well, apparently it was 6 minutes before the shooting began. It could have sped up his timeline, but if the police had had this early information, I feel quite certain that there would have been a rapid response. And even if it was just first responding officers that went to that location, they could have drawn his fire away or engaged him, or perhaps he would have killed himself at some point earlier in the process. We just don't know. So there's more information we need to learn.
What would the normal pattern be, Jeff? And in a situation like that, security would be alerted, assuming it was alerted sometime, and then they handle this on their own, or they think they can handle it on their own, then call the police, or what would be the normal rollout?
The normal, look, it's not usual for a security guard to be shot inside a hotel, so there would be an immediate call to 911 to get Las Vegas Metro Police and medics on scene. I mean, obviously you have a person being shot with a shooter still at large inside the hotel. There's a lot of risk to other hotel occupants. The police would have gotten there quickly, I'm quite certain. And then we don't know how that would have impacted the tragic events that unfolded afterward.
You know what's going to happen, Commissioner, if it hasn't already? A lot of people who lost loved ones in that attack are now going to be saying, are you kidding me? This security officer was hit in the leg before all the shooting began, and if someone were more on top of things, my loved one would be alive, right?
Well, certainly it's just going to further exacerbate the grief that they're dealing with, because I'm sure they just want to have answers. They just want to know the truth and understand what occurred. And I think all of us certainly want to know the facts so that we can make our own judgments from that point.
Yeah, it's so hard to say and reconstruct. Commissioner, thank you very, very much.